Well, after 41 minutes of rain, just a little shower here, we do have the field set, ready to go. First pitch coming up between the Hardhats and the Billings Royals in just about 9 minutes or so. In the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth, sales, service, and side-by-sides, I'm Dylan Corbett. This is the J&J Truck and Auto Body pregame show. Where can you find them? You can find them on East Philadelphia for best auto body work and customer service in the Black Hills. It's J&J Truck and Auto Body. Matt Kearney, our producer and engineer, back in the Fox Sports Rapid City studios. Ricky Larson, our producer and engineer for HardhatsTV. And this is the Veterans Classic presented by Mystique Edge and Spa. So we were supposed to play last night. However, you don't see this too often, but the other team simply did not show up. So that game was canceled, and then reworking the schedule to fit in 2 games for tomorrow and then 2 games for Sunday due to Northern Colorado's absentee from this tournament. So they are switching up the schedule just to update everyone. Tomorrow they are going to play at 4 and 7 back-to-back for first responder night, and instead of a Sunday night affair, it'll be 2 games with the first beginning at noon and the second to follow at 3. So that's a little update of the weekend schedule coming up, and we are getting you set for this matchup about a little less than an hour behind schedule due to rain in the forecast and the tarp being on the field, but we will have baseball tonight, and let's learn a little bit about both these teams. Familiar teams so far early in the season. This will be their 3rd meeting. The Billings Royals come in at 8 and 7. The Hardhats streaking of late. They've got 11 wins to just 6 losses, coming off the 8-3 win in Sturgis on Tuesday. Isaac Arnold started that game through 2 scoreless innings and struck out 2 as part of sort of an opener in which he had 3 pitchers go 2 innings, and Branson Keel came on for the final inning. Guess who's the starter today? That's right, it's Isaac Arnold again. So we'll see if he gets a little more length out of his start or if it is going to be the next man up after 2 innings and keep these arms fresh for a lot of games in a little span of days. So we'll see, but Isaac Arnold will be on the mound for this contest. He's coming off the start in the win, 8-3 over Sturgis on Tuesday. So they've won 4 in a row, 7 of their last 8 games, and over the last 8 games, the offense has been red hot. The team's batting .353. Alex Weaver's up over .435 with 10 RBIs during those 8 games. Mason Messenger's got 10 RBIs as well. He scored 14 runs himself. Get this, 7 walks. He struck out just 3 times, and he's batting .346 during that stretch as well. Chase Caldwell's been swinging a hot bat out of the cleanup spot, .385 for the average over the last 8 games, 3 doubles and 7 runs batted in. And of course, Ryan Bachman, a staple in the 2 slot in the order. He's up over .400. He had that home run here at the Fitz not too long ago, 9 RBIs, 15 runs scored, and much like Messenger, 9 walks as just 5 strikeouts. The pitching has gotten there as well during that stretch, a team ERA of 2.64. So the Hardhats have certainly got all cylinders going here, fueling offensively and with their pitching. So post 22, 11 and 6, welcoming in the Billings Royals 8-7. The reason this team is familiar, well, they played twice in Billings earlier in May. 5-0 they won, in which Branson Keel hit a 3-run homer. Matthew Haggerty was a perfect 4-for-4 with a double, a triple, and 2 runs scored. And then game 2 a day later, they played over at the Billings Mustang Stadium, and they won 7-3. Dan Blanchard for Billings in that game was 3-for-4 with a run scored and an RBI. He will be the opposing pitcher tonight on the mound. So that's a little bit more about the 8-7 Royals and the 11-6 Hardhats. We are about 5 minutes away from first pitch. Still to come, our keys to the game as well as starting lineups for both sides. That's coming up next here. You're listening to the Veterans Classic Tournament presented by Mystique Edge and Spa here on Fox Sports Rapid City and HardhatsTV. We pause for a 2-minute break. Moments away from first pitch here in the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth. I'm Dylan Corbett with Matt Kearney, our producer and engineer, back in the studios, and Ricky Larson to my right, operator of Hardhats TV. Let's get to the starting lineups for both sides. First, we'll start with the visiting Billings Royals. Your starting lineups built all season long by Connect Home Center and Ace Hardware. Connect Home Center, your hometown lumberyard since 1928, and Ace Hardware, Ace is the place. It'll be Michael Moorhead leading off and playing center field. Connor Hunter, the shortstop, bats second. Jaden Jordahl is the second baseman, who'll bat third. Brennan Concepcion will clean up and man the hot corner. Cole Miller is behind the dish. Noah Oftengarden is out in right field. Chase Hinckley is the DH, and Brendan Miller will be at first base with Ethan Opp rounding out the lineup in left field. Isaac Arnold on the hill for the Hardhats in their powder blue jersey tops with the red letters and numbers, white pants, and the signature red hard hat. And for their lineup, they've got Mason Messenger, the shortstop, leading off. Back into the shortstop position with Matthew Haggerty returning to the field. Ryan Bachman is the second baseman. Matthew Haggerty had been DHing the last couple of games. He's back in the field at the hot corner batting third. Jace Caldwell across the diamond at first. He'll clean up. Branson Keel gets the start in center. Jake Goebel will DH. Bridger Nesbitt we'll see in left field for this one. Ryan Schmidt behind the dish, and Drew Messer down to the 9th spot. He rounds out the order in right field. We'll step aside here for our nation's anthem. First pitch coming up next after a 2-minute break on Fox Sports Rapid City. Some sunshine pouring in now on this Friday night in the Black Hills as we're getting you set. About an hour behind originally scheduled due to rain in the area, but we will have baseball. It's the Hardhats and the Billings Royals here on Fox Sports Rapid City and Hardhats TV. It's the Veterans Classic presented by Mystique Edge Spa and Salon. Isaac Arnold on the hill going through his warm-ups for the Hardhats. No, you heard that correctly. He was the starter for Tuesday's win in Sturgis as well, but he only went 2 innings. They went with the opener tactic, and it was Arnold's best outing of the season, in which he went 2 scoreless innings, scattered 3 hits, and struck out 2, and set the stage for that 8-3 win. So Isaac Arnold back out here. We'll see how long he'll go for this home matchup against a familiar team, the Royals, who they've beaten twice so far this season, both coming in Billings. Isaac Arnold, the hard-throwing right-hander, will face Michael Moorhead, who will stand in the center fielder. Get to our keys to the game shortly here in the first inning. And it's based on Isaac Arnold for the second straight game. Liked what he did in game on Tuesday against Sturgis, as first pitch coming in at 7:52 this evening is off the outside edge. Ball one. 1-0 home from Arnold. Goes right back to that spot and called strike. Looks like that first one was a called strike too. I just was getting used to our strike call here from our home plate umpire. Base umpire over at first base as well. First pitch missing, and it's now 1-2. Pitch. Curveball, and he got him swinging. Boy, a half-hearted swing. That would have been strike three looking, but Moorhead does swing the bat feebly through the zone, and he's retired for the first out. So Isaac Arnold leading us into our key to the game tonight. Presented by your local experts at Rapid City Paintless Dent Repair on 926 Main Street. Isaac Arnold with one away. His first pitch to a bunt showing Connor Hunter, who pulled it back in time to watch ball one. Kind of same deal as we said up in Sturgis, is throw strikes. Isaac Arnold had struggled with hit by pitches and then walks as well. In fact, against Sioux Falls, he was tagged for 7 runs on 5 walks. Pitch ricocheted foul, and it's 1-1. But then Sturgis, he came out firing strikes, got 2 scoreless innings. That's going to be our key to the game for tonight, as well as just pitch to the defense. And hopefully this success recently for Isaac Arnold can become sustained. Pitch upstairs to Connor Hunter, and it's 2-1. Your key to the game brought to you by Rapid City Paintless Dent Repair there on 926 Main Street. Immediate openings going on right now as the 2-1 is on the outer edge, 2-2. Hegre back at third. Nice to see him back in the field. Hopefully feeling much better after a lengthy bout with influenza. First ball put into play, and it's a ground ball up the middle. Mason Messenger back at shortstop. He makes the play 6-3 for out number 2. Isaac Arnold, a nice start to the top of the first. And it'll be up to Jaden Jordahl with 2 away and nobody on base. NBA Finals Game 4 tonight from Oracle Arena. Keep you updated on that. That's in the second quarter right now with the Raptors leading 2-1. Warriors are currently up by 5, 37-32. Wave and a miss at a high fastball, and Jordahl has a 1-1 count. Arnold looking for a rather efficient first. Of course, first responders night tomorrow, but we'll have an extra game in front of it. It's at 4 and 7 tomorrow, with a game against Billings scheduled once again, so we'll face the Royals in back-to-back affairs, and then we'll square off with the Bucks of Bozeman at 7. It'll be a 2-1 to Jordahl. Inside corner fastball, and it'll be 2-2. Arnold looking for his second punch out of the inning. Payoff pitch, outer edge, and called strike 3. Jordahl down looking Isaac Arnold. Picking up right where he left off from Sturgis on Tuesday. A 1-2-3 inning with 2 punch-outs, 1 swinging and 1 looking. It'll be the Hard Hat offense. Due up. You're listening to the Veterans Classic presented by Mystique Edge Spa and Salon on Fox Sports Rapid City and HardhatsTV. Of the first in a scoreless game, the Hardhats will be up to bat with Messenger, Bachman, and Hegre against righty Dan Blanchard in the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth. It's the Hardhats and Billings Royals, the first contest for the Hardhats after a game was canceled yesterday due to the Northern Colorado team not showing up. So schedule rearranged, and here we are with our first game a day later and an hour later due to a rain delay. Dan Blanchard. First pitch coming in to Mason Messenger. And he watches the ball low. 1-0. Pitch. Fly ball. Out to center, playing tricks with the center fielder who comes in and he lost it in the sun. It's down for a base hit. It was popped way up. Center fielder moved to his right, to his left, back, and then forward, and still couldn't make the play. Moorhead, dodging the sun's glare, could not come away with it, and that will be a clean single for Messenger. So Messenger extends his hit streak. More on that in just a little bit, but first let's check in on Dan Blanchard because we've seen this righty before. He came in, pitched, started the game in the 5-0 loss back on May 11th in Billings. He allowed 2 runs on 6 hits and 2 walks and struck out 6 through 5 innings. And an auspicious start to this one after a bloop base hit misplayed out in center. Bounces back with a strike across to Ryan Bachman. Decent lead at first. Blanchard comes home, and this is labeled for the gap. Down, a base hit. Rounding first on his way to second. Bachman's going to have 2. Messenger wants to come home. Throw's going to come home, and it is late and up the line towards third. It's an RBI double for Ryan Bachman, and the Hardhats waste no time in the bottom of the first. They lead at 1-0.
RBI double by Bachman brings up your third baseman, number 21, Matt.
So pretty good start. They've owned the Royals so far this season, 2-0. And they lead the third game of this matchup this season quickly, 1-0. First Hardhats run is presented by Splash City, the #1 Spawn hot tub retailer in the Black Hills. Wave and a miss from Hegre. Splash City on 1024 Omaha Street, where no dream is too small or too ambitious for your backyard. They also do fun game room stuff in stock as well, like a Brunswick pool table I've got my eyes on. Turn and look back at second. Ryan Bachman there, back in, standing. A bloop single, misplayed out in center, and then 2 pitches later, Ryan Bachman laces one into the right center field gap. Pretty good pitch, just missing. It's 1-1. Bachman out at second. Blanchard in some early trouble. Ground ball to the left side. Waited on, looked the runner back. Throw across the diamond in time, 5-3. Gloved by Concepcion over at third. Thrown across to Miller. That'll be the first out, and now here comes Jace Caldwell. Been one of the hot hitters during this last 8-game stretch for Post 22. Winners of 4 straight, 7 of their last 8 games. Turn and look, no one's even covering the bag out at second. Mason Messenger with his leadoff single, wasting no time to extend his hit streak to 8 games. He extended it to 7 at Sturgis with a leadoff triple. Caldwell takes ball low, 1-0. Again, Caldwell batting .385 over his last 8 games. He's played in each game for the Hardhats so far this season. 1-0. Cue shot up the middle. Shortstop gloves it. Throws on to first in time as Bachman will nab third, moving over. Corey Hunter up the middle. Excuse me, Connor Hunter up the middle. 6-3, pushing Bachman over. And now a runner 90 feet from the plate with 2 away for Branson Keel. Keel, 375 batter. Playing in his 10th game of the season. Puts it in play, but it's a routine grounder to short. I thought it was routine. Took a nasty hop. Came up over the glove of Hunter at short. Tough play, and 2 runs now have come across here in the first as Keel's aboard and scoring is Bachman. That'll be an E6, allowing Bachman to score. So no RBI for Keel. He reaches on the E6, but the damage is done. 2-0 Hardhats, bottom of the first. 2 outs, the inning extended for Jake Goebel. Goebel looks at a pitch just off the edge. 1-0, the DH. Again, had a big moment here at the Fitz not too long ago with a 3-run pinch hit home run. His first of the year. He has technically hit 2 home runs at the Fitz, but one did not count due to a rainout without the 5 official innings being completed. Good count for Goebel. It's 2-0. Throw to first, and the tag is too late. Goebel, 241 the average. He's got 14 RBIs. That aforementioned home run. And a good count here, 2-0. That home run came on Sunday against Harrisburg. He did not play in the game against Sturgis. Fouled away, it's 2-1. In fact, Goebel hasn't registered more than 2 at-bats since May 24th when they played across the parking lot against 320, in which he went 0 for 3. In fact, that home run snapped a streak. And a swing and a miss here will put Goebel down on strikes and end the inning. The runner was taking off, but the inning will conclude with a strikeout. First strikeout for Blanchard. Hardhats grabbed 2 runs to kick off their Veterans Classic the right way. They lead it 2-0 after 1. Isaac Arnold back out onto the hill for the second inning next on Hardhats TV and Fox Sports Rapid City.
Number 11, third baseman Brendan Concepcion.
A 15-minute first inning has the Hardhats up 2-0 with Isaac Arnold back out for the top of the second, and he greets Brendan Concepcion with ball 1. In the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth, I'm Dylan Corbett. Hardhats lead the Billings Royals 2-0. 1-0 goes back to the fastball and blows it by Concepcion. No runs, no hits, and error for Billings after they went down 1-2-3 with 2 strikeouts in the top of the first. Committed an E6 that led to a run in the bottom of the first. Hardhats 2 runs on 2 hits. They've yet to commit an error. Another strike pumped in, 1-2 to the third baseman. One-two pitch, curveball, and he whiffed on it. Third strikeout in 4 outs for Isaac Arnold, and he'll bring in the new batter. So 1 away. And Cole Miller will loop one out to right, and it's going to drop. Drew Messer took a couple steps back and Might have misjudged it off the bat a little bit, as it'll be the first hit of the game for the Royals on the first pitch. Cole Miller sees. Bloop base hit to right, and Noah Oftengarden will stand in, the right fielder. Again, Isaac Arnold mentioned the 3 hits he scattered against Sturgis. 2 of those were essentially just bloop base hits, induced the weak contact. There was an infield hit that really nothing the Hardhats could do, and then a blooper out to left center. So he's been doing really well controlling his fastball and then inducing that weak contact. Pitch fouled back, headed our way.
We'll bring that foul ball back to the ticket booth for $1. Foul ball sponsored by the sales team at the Holiday Inn Suite I-90.
They went ahead and got a courtesy runner for Cole Miller, so courtesy runner over at first. And Oftengarden an 0-1 at the plate. And make it an 0-2 as a fastball is placed on the outer black. First hit of the game for Billings, a blooper off the bat of its catcher, Cole Miller. Throw to first, just a check. Minnesota Twins are looking to put away the Tigers. They just wrapped up a series loss to the Indians, 2 games out of 3 they dropped, as Arnold goes back to the bender, and where did that miss? 1-2. So now the Twins in Detroit for the weekend, and they lead at 6-3 in the 9th. Warriors 46, Raptors 42. That's the score at the half. This one's going to get off the mid of Schmidt, roll all the way to the backstop, so a wild pitch will move Miller up, or excuse me, the courtesy runner up, as it's Bergen, the pinch runner. But again, not taking Cole Miller out of the game, so the courtesy runner for the catcher. And a 1-2 with a runner in scoring position and 1 away, Arnold. Fires one just a bit low. Pretty good 2-strike pitches back to back. Has not gotten the call on either, and it's 2-2 to Oftengarden. Pitch home. Wave and a miss, as the second strikeout of the inning is the 4th of the game for Isaac Arnold, revving up the fastball to get Oftengarden to chase up and away. Chase Inkley now the DH with 2 away and a runner in scoring position, Bergen. Take a look at the lefty who will stand in. Isaac Arnold's made 5 outs so far, and 4 of them have been via the strikeout. Nothing doing so far in the run column. And he ties them up with an inside fastball, 0-1. So 2 games tomorrow. 4 o'clock we'll face this Billings team once more, and then Bozeman will be right after. First responder night at the Fitz. And then 2 afternoon games on Sunday, 12 and 3. Time is called right before Arnold got into his motion. The 0-1. Nasty pitch catching the edge as it came back on Hinckley, and it's 0-2. Well, cut action fastball. Looking for strikeout number 5, the 0-2 from Isaac Arnold. Fouled off the mitt of Schmidt. And we'll do it again, 0-2 with Bergen out at second. White Sox and Royals are tied at 2. And Kansas City, that's in the 6th with the Royals just tying things up. Oh, 2 pitch. Curveball, tried to place it. A good frame job, but it was just off the edge. And I think it was rightly called a ball from our home plate umpire. It'll be 1-2. Does he go back to the fastball? The 1-2 with 2 outs, a runner on second, a 2-0 Hardhat lead. Arnold Fastball nearly plunked him as it goes behind the batter, taking third easily. That wasn't even close. Bergen to third on the wild pitch. He went the fastball, might have tried to get an extra couple of miles per hour behind it, and instead threw it behind his batter at the plate. So it'll be 2-2. Chase Hinckley will shake off that image and step back into the box, and a pitch just missing. Again, hit his spot, but it's going to be a full count pitch. Went back with the fastball. Now a full count pitch with 2 outs and a runner at third. Check swing, and he did not go, so sprinting down to first on the walk is Chase Hinckley. We'll bring in the number 8 batter. Brendan Miller. Brendan Miller, the first baseman. Swings at the first pitch and whiffs on it, 0-1. Tying run on base at first. Arnold trying to get out of this inning unscathed. As they're on the corners with 2 outs, Hardhats lead at 2-0. Huge lead, and now stepping off, the runner's trapped in no man's land. They're going to induce a rundown. Run's going to come home. They're worried about this final out, and the tag is going to be applied to get him, and that will end the inning. So with 2 outs, the runner tried to take off, tried to get into a dancing competition, and was eventually tagged out. And the run does come across, so it is 2-1, so I guess it does work, but they leave Brendan Miller at the plate while it's a pickoff and a run score on the play. So it'll be 2-1 with the Hardhats coming back up to bat here on Fox Sports Rapid City and Hardhats TV.
What if a bank wasn't built around money? What if it was built around you, around people who choose us as the ones to secure not only their wealth, but their dignity, their todays and tomorrows, doing great things, energizing entire communities? That is more valuable than money. And it's what we've built this bank to hold. First Interstate Bank, built for you.
Seven, 8, 9 in the Hardhat lineup. Their lead has been cut in half, 2-1. First pitch swinging for Bridger Nesbitt, and a tapper back to the mound. 1 away. 1 pitch, 1 out. So a short-lived first at-bat will bring in Ryan Schmidt. Schmidt, the catcher. Dan Blanchard trying to keep his team in the game. They trail at 2-1. Pitch is a called strike. That was a little bit above the belt. And it'll be 0-1. 0-2. Ryan Schmidt coming in the average, dipping down to 176 coming in. And pitch missing. It'll be 1-2. Looking to get off the schneid as his last hit came against post 320 on May 24th. 1-2 is a swing and a miss. So quickly 2 outs for Blanchard, and he'll bring in Drew Messer.
Right fielder number 13, Drew Messer. Drew
Messer, this will be his 11th game. coming in with the average up at 417. 4 doubles, 9 runs batted in. Popped up foul and out of the reach of the catcher, Miller. It'll be 0-1 with 2 away, nobody aboard. Blanchard working on a scoreless second. Pitch home, looped out to center and down. A base hit played on a hop from Moorhead as Drew Messer just keeps on hitting a 2-out single. So bringing up Mason Messenger in the top of the order. Messenger extended his hit streak to 8 games with a bloop base hit. To lead off the game, Ryan Bachman then drove him home with an RBI double. Bachman on deck. Pitch in the dirt, blocked. Messer thought about second and retreats to first. Miller kept it close behind the plate. And a 1-0 with 2 away. In the zone at the knees. Strike called on Messenger, 1-1. Defensively for Billings, it's often guarded in right. Moorhead, who let that base hit drop in center. Ethan up out and left, and around the diamond, Concepcion, Hunter, Jordahl, and Miller left to right. It's Cole Miller behind the dish. Dan Blanchard fires ball 2 to Messenger, 2-1. Lights were on as soon as I came to the ballpark, throw the first, as boy, we did have some rain. It lasted about 40 minutes for the delay. 40 to 50 minutes, got started at 7:52. Another throwback to first. And, I mean, it was dark at 5:30. So came here, lights are on. They've been on throughout. As clouds still remain in the area, a rather dark Friday. Runner takes off, and the pitch is fouled at the plate as Messenger falls to a knee. Now gets up and will walk around the batter's box. Count will draw even at 2-2. Miller's going to hop out to the mound, maybe give Messenger a couple more seconds to minutes here to get himself recollected. Mound visit presented by High Plains Physical Therapy Associates. Another throwback to first as Messer has Blanchard certainly preoccupied. Two-two, a wave and a miss as Messenger chases a high fastball on nothing made of a 2-out single by Messer. It's a scoreless second for Dan Blanchard on the hill. Hardhats still clinging to a 2-1 lead. We're through 2, heading into the third on Fox Sports Rapid City and Hardhats TV. So Brendan Miller will return to the batter's box as Chase Hinckley was caught stealing with Miller batting, so he'll get another shot here and takes a bender for strike one. Dylan Corbett with you in the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth. Another pitch in the zone. It's 0-2 to Miller in his first at-bat. Hardhats 2 runs at the bottom of the first, 1 for Billings. In the top of the second, here we stand moving into the top of the third. Pitch in on the fists is knocked off towards the Billings dugout. We'll do it again 0-2 with nobody on, nobody out. Curveball, and that hit him. In fact, it clipped the meaty part of the left arm and then hit the mask of Ryan Schmidt behind the dish. So a hit by pitch will send the leadoff man to first and bring in Ethan Opp in the bottom of the Royal lineup. Rockies won today in New York, 5-1 over the Mets as big underdogs against Jacob deGrom. Showing bunt, and it's put back out to the pitcher, Isaac Arnold. Only one play, and he makes it at first on the sacrifice, pushing Miller to second, 1-3. So with one away, the tying run in scoring position, and here's Michael Moorhead, who fanned in his first at-bat. Royals at 8-7 coming in, 0-2 against this Hard Hat team. We'll play them again tomorrow at 4. Showing bunt, pulling it back. And a throw back down to second. They caught him napping. Picked off. Brendan Miller straying too far away from second, and Ryan Schmidt nabs him. So that takes care of the tying run on base. And the strike called on the play to Moorhead, now with nobody on and 2 away. Pitch well outside, 1-1. That's 2 runners they've lost on the base paths just due to carelessness. 1-1. Outside, 2-1. Daniel Murphy starting to get hot, his 5th home run. David Dahl's 6th as Sensatella grabs his 5th victory of the year. 2-1 pitch is smoked foul. That'll be 2-2. Top of the third. Nobody on, 2 outs, and a 2-2 payoff pitch from Isaac Arnold. A swing and a miss. It's another punch out for the tall right-hander as he has now racked up 5 in 3 innings of work, and he surrendered just 1 run. We're through 2.5 here. Hardhats still lead it 2-1, and we flip it to the home half of the third on Fox Sports Rapid City and HardhatsTV.
Of the third for the Hardhats, second baseman.
2-3-4 due up for the Hardhats as they lead it 2-1 in the home half of the third. Dylan Corbett with you in the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth. Dan Blanchard the right-hander, back out for his third inning. And Ryan Bachman, who had an RBI double back in the first, will dig in. Messenger struck out to end the bottom of the second. Dropped the arm slot a little bit and pumps a strike across to Bachman, 0-1. Pitched low and away. Count will move to 1-1. Don't miss tomorrow. Celebrate and honor those that serve and protect our community during the Veterans Classic Tournament. Special events tomorrow with a real fire truck and real police car on hand for First Responders Night as the pitch is pulled foul left of the third base bag, 1-2. Again, 2 games tomorrow now at 4 and 7. But there still will be police officers and firefighters from our community here on hand to further educate us about those important jobs. So looking forward to that tomorrow. 1-2, a wave and a miss, and Dan Blanchard is struck out. Back-to-back batters dating back to last inning. And here's Matthew Hegry, who grounded out to third in his first at-bat. And right before digging in for his second at-bat, a quick word from the third baseman, Concepcion, with his pitcher, Blanchard. Pitch fouled out of play. Maybe Concepcion is assuming that he might see the ball come his way again for at-bat number 2. Just 1 hit through 3 innings for Billings. Cue shot to the second baseman, and Jordal's up with it for the second out, 4-3. Dan Blanchard is truly settled down since the first inning. And it'll be up to Jace Caldwell, a ground-out victim back in the first. He will stand in with 2 outs in the bottom of the third, nobody on. Rays beat the Red Sox 5-1. They had a perfect game going for a little bit in that one. Pitch low and away in the dirt, 1-0. Eventually went at 5-1 over the Red Sox with Kevin Kiermaier and G-Man Choi going deep. I was literally about to say way outside. Called strike 1. Whoa. So swinging away now with the 1-1 and a high chopper to short. And the throw is going to bounce and get away off the glove of Brendan Miller. Imagine that might be a throwing error. And it will be. It's the second error on the shortstop, Hunter. And the second error that will extend an inning. See if Branson Keel can make the most of it as he'll dig in. Reached on a fielder's choice back in the first. The E6 extending the bottom of the third. Swings through one and 0-1 the count. A 1 pitch with 2 away. Way outside. 1-1 to Keel. Yankees lost to the Indians. Zach Plesac's first major league win. The nephew of former major leaguer Dan Plesac. He's now 1-1 as the Tribe utilized homers from Tyler Naquin and Carlos Santana. Pitch just diving out of the zone. It'll be 2-1. Brad Hand's 19th save. Domingo Herman, who has 9 wins, suffered his second loss of the year. Throw over to first as Caldwell dives back in. So a game tomorrow at 4 against this Royals team, and then following that will be our first look at Bozeman. Caldwell bluffs on the run, and this one's launched out to right, but it's going to be playable. And a couple steps in front of the track out and right, the catch is made by Often Garden. So nothing made of a 2-out error. It's the second straight scoreless frame hurled from Dan Blanchard, keeping his team in it. A close one after 3 innings. It's the Hardhats 2 and the Royals 1 on Fox Sports Rapid City and Hardhats TV.
It's here. And here. There too. This way and that. Across the street and around the world. It's healthcare reinvented. And it lives in all of these places because we believe it should. That her and him and them all deserve health care that lives where they do. Sanford Health. Health lives here.
It'll be Connor Hunter, the owner of 2 errors so far in 3 innings, to lead things off. Jaden Jordahl and Brandon Concepcion to follow as Isaac Arnold's back out with a nasty breaking pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. So Isaac Arnold 2 innings in Sturgis on Tuesday. He's working on inning number 4 a couple days later here Friday night. A game that got started 50 minutes behind schedule due to rain. Swing and a miss out of Connor Hunter and quickly ahead 0-2 for Isaac Arnold. Warriors' lead is now cut down to 2 over the Raptors halfway through the 3rd quarter. 0-2 pitch from Arnold, just got a piece, reaching out for a breaking ball. 5 punch outs for Isaac Arnold. Looking for 6. Will not get it here as this is smacked out to right, but playable for Drew Messer, who will put it away for out number 1. Jaden Jordahl went down looking. He'll dig in for a second opportunity. Isaac Arnold with his 5 punch outs, that is now a season high. He's also tied for a season high for innings pitched in a start, which he went 3 1/3 in a no decision in which he gave up 7 runs against Sioux Falls Post 15 West. Looking much better here tonight. That'll be a 1-1 to the second baseman. Here on the top of the 4th, a 2-1 Hardhat lead. Fastball outside, 2-1 to Jordahl with Brennan Concepcion, a fellow strikeout victim on deck. Outside again, 3-1, he falls behind Jordahl. With 1 away after a flyout. Finds the zone on the 3-1 and the count's full. Full count pitch, 1 away. Swing and a miss, rack him up, number 6 on the evening, and he's now got a new season high for longest start of the season. So 6 punch outs for Isaac Arnold, continuing his hot play on the mound over the last couple of starts. As Brennan Concepcion watches one a couple feet outside. With 2 outs and nobody out, we're almost halfway home. And the first game of the Veterans Classic for the Hardhats. After a Northern Colorado no-show yesterday. Pitch is up and out of the zone, 2-0. If Concepcion can reach, it'll be Cole Miller. And trouble locating the fastball in this at-bat. It's now 3-0. Trying to avoid the dreaded 2-out walk. He does for now, pumping a strike across 3-1. Lights now taking full effect here at the Fitz. Fun weekend ahead. 3-1, he's not going to avoid the 2-out walk as Concepcion will start his trot down to first. And here's Cole Miller. He scored the only run so far for the Royals. But first, a word from Ryan Schmidt out at the mound, and a good time to remind you that mound visits are presented all season long by High Plains Physical Therapy Associates. Are you tired of your injuries controlling your daily performance? Learn how to take back your health at highplainspt.com. Clinic here in Rapid City as well as one out in Blackhawk. So Cole Miller, who singled out to right and came around to score on that bizarre caught stealing play. Rips one to third, gloved nicely from Hegre. A one-hopper over to first. Did he get him on the bag? He did. Caldwell went and got it, came back, tagged the bag with his left foot, and makes the play to save an error. Nice play across the way, 5-3. Chase Caldwell will get him out of the inning. And the Hardhats still cling on to this 2-1 lead as we're halfway through here on Fox Sports Rapid City and Hardhats TV. It's 2-1 post 22. Friday night, halfway home with the Hardhats leading 2-1 here on Fox Sports Rapid City and Hardhats TV. Jake Goebel now will stand in as in the order at 6, 7, 8 with Nesbitt and Schmidt to follow. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors for the Hardhats. 1 run, 1 hit, 2 errors for the Royals. Dan Blanchard's fired 2 straight scoreless frames and starts his quest for a third with a strike to Jake Goebel, 0-1. Goebel went down swinging in the first. Pitch is low, and 1-1 goes the count. Another wave and a miss. And a swing and a miss. Pitch was dropped, so Miller will throw it to first. No, they said he pulled his foot off the bag. Brendan Miller. Oh, geez. Cole Miller was a little too lackadaisical and pulled his man off the bag. And now we're going to have time called as we might have a word with the base umpire. Again, he was stretching over at first.
So what we're going to do is we're going to match. I got $20 now, and we're going to match the $20. So I need 4 people, okay? 4 people to match my $20.
So we'll take this for a quick mound visit here, presented by High Plains Physical Therapy Associates. Jake Goebel's going to reach on a strikeout E2, the 3rd error of the game.
So here's my 20. Oh, well, I guess we're going to have to sell it.
And here's Bridger Nesbitt. Throw back to first. Nothing doing. Braves beat the Marlins 7-1. Mike Soroka, an impressive 7-1 after securing the victory. Ronald Acuna Jr.'s 13th bomb. Freddie Freeman's 17th as Nesbitt shows bunt, pulls it back, and it's ruled ball 1. Showing bunt again and way outside. In fact, they try a pickoff move. Nearly worked, but a heads-up play over at first to stay close for Goebel. Kind of like that play call, play design. As they had the first baseman come in and charge, and then sneaking over from second to cover the bag was Jordahl, but Goebel didn't stray too far. See if Nesbitt still wants to bunt. Looking to swing away now, and he's going to take strike one. Wonder if it'll come back on at any point in this at-bat. And here it is with a bunt showing, but instead a throw over to first. Dan Blanchard being extra careful. Toronto has their first lead of the night over Golden State, 64-62. It's got 4 minutes left in the third. Not bunting there and taking a strike. So it'll be 2-2, and that'll force Nesbitt to swing away, one would imagine. Two-two, swing and a miss. Interesting at-bat sequence will result in the second strikeout of the inning, but only the first out, as Goebel reached on a strikeout E2 throwing error. Speaking of errors, that'll be their third of the game so far, which is 3 times as many hits they have. Ryan Schmidt digs in, watches strike one. Short lead at first for Goebel. And still drawing throws. I mean, Goebel is maybe 4 steps away from the bag. And the 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. White Sox have now tied things up with the Royals at 8. In this, at 8. The total's at 8. Thinking gambling. And they're tied at 4. Ryan Schmidt loops one out to center. A long run coming in. It's into no man's land, down a base hit. Schmidt will take it. Sometimes it's a bloop single that can bust you out of the worst slump. And Ryan Schmidt with a nice single here to make it first and second with 1 out. And now Drew Messer, who owns a single of his own, digging in. Messer with a base hit back in the second. RBI opportunity with runners on first and second. Goebel out at second, Schmidt at first. Showing bunt. This is a beauty. Down the line at third. No chance. Drew Messer a bunt single, and they're loaded. So Messer now 2 for 2, getting creative. And they're full for the RBI machine at the top of the order. Mason Messenger already extended this hit streak to 8 games. Looking to increase his RBI total with 1 swing of the bat. In on the corners. And a first pitch, outside corner strike. Messenger 1 for 2, a single and a strikeout. And quickly 2 strikes to Messenger as Blanchard wasn't really messing around. Oh, 2 pitch with the bases full and 1 away. Blanchard. Ground ball, diving stop, and the tag is not made at third. They tried to tag the runner moving from second to third, Ryan Schmidt. He avoided the tag, so a run will score on the fielder's choice as Goebel comes back across the plate. And a big run for the Hardhats, and they're not done yet. It's 3-1. Remember, Jake Goebel struck out but reached first on an E2. on the throw, trying to complete the strikeout. Messenger on the fielder's choice reaches first. It was knocked down nicely by Concepcion right on the grass. He tried tagging Schmidt, could not. Now a shot to second. They're going to try for two, throw to the shortstop for one. On to first, they get him. It's a 4-6-3 double play to end the inning. Hardhats do grab one run, but the Royals do a nice job of getting the inning-ending double play to reduce them to just that one run in the frame. So it's 3-1 Hardhats, and we head into the fifth inning. A pitcher's duel. Isaac Arnold back out, grabbing the ball to take the mound once more here on Fox Sports Rapid City and Hardhats TV.
What I've done is I've pitched in $20 to 50-50. They pitched in another 20, but here was our deal. If they win, they take their half and then split it and give it back to the program, correct? Everybody's on board with that, right? I tell you what, this Billings group is awesome. We want to thank them for making the trip out here. We hope they have a great time in the Black Hills, and we thank you so much for coming to Rapid City.
Ladies and gentlemen, get your 50-50 tickets out. Tonight's pot is $89.50. Winning ticket number 8914974. 8914974.
And we head into the fifth inning here on Fox Sports Rapid City and Hardhats TV. I'm Dylan Corbett, broadcasting live in the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth. Sales, service, and side-by-sides. Isaac Arnold working on his best start of the season. He's pitching into the fifth inning now, and his pitch count's only at 59, which is a great sign. See if he can get through another inning here. It's going to be Noah Oftengarden watching ball one. Chase Hinckley followed by Brendan Miller. Arnold's 1-0. That's a strike called on the black. 1-1. 40 to 50 minute rain delay, but we are looking to get this one in. Still a beautiful night here, and the rain wasn't too harsh. It was kind of a misty rain that came down for, I would say, not even 15 minutes, and then the tarp was already fully placed and bricked down, so the infield was virtually untouched. Strike in there, 2-2 to Oftengarden, who went down swinging his first time. Payoff pitch. Spoiled. That'll be 2-2. First responders night tomorrow, 2 games. Another matchup with the Royals at 4, followed by a matchup with Bozeman at 7. 2-2 curveball, that's called strike 3. Rack it up again. Number 7 for Isaac Arnold. Brings up Chase Hinckley. Hinckley walked and then ran into a rundown that allowed the only run to score for Billings before eventually being tagged out to end the inning. Hinckley stands in from the left side. Takes a pitch up at the letters, ball 1. Raptors starting to extend their lead, 71 to 63 now on the road. Showing bunt, and then pitch comes in and hits Hinckley, so he'll take first. And Brendan Miller now. So Brendan Miller digs in. He was hit by a pitch his last time. Arnold trying to get another clean inning. And the curveball really is working tonight. Drops it in for a first pitch strike. Diamondbacks beat the Blue Jays 8-2. David Peralta and Carson Kelly going deep in that one. Another throw over to first. Phillies beat the Reds 4-2. Jay Bruce hits another home run. He's hit 2 in a Phillies uniform since being traded from the Mariners. Votto just hit his 5th down year for probably a future Hall of Famer, Joey Votto. Brennan Miller calls time, or at least he stepped out and time wasn't called, so that's a balk. And that is just... I mean, he calls time, he steps out, obviously throwing the pitcher off, and now Coach Torvey's going to come out for a word. Balk will push Hinckley to second. This happened on Sunday, too, in which the...
Congratulations to Don Porter. Don was the winner.
And Coach Torvey looking for an explanation here from our home plate umpire. Now we're going to get a conference from the base umpire. So Brendan Miller stepped out, was not granted time. So Arnold thought he was, obviously, because you see your batter exiting the batter's box, pumps, or rather didn't even throw a pitch. Balk was called. Hinckley moved to second, and now we've got a full-on conference just behind the left of the plate. And you know how this works, right? If they do switch it back, then we're going to see an argument from the other side for an extended amount of time. Coach Torvey getting his money's worth. Nothing heated, just looking for an explanation, and I think he's due one after pretty unfortunate balk call. Looks like this extended conversation has concluded. Call will stand. It's a balk, and now Brendan Miller will stand in with a base open. Curveball and a strike called. So it'll be 0-2 to Miller after the balk. Arnold looking for another strikeout. He's got one fooled completely on the breaking ball, and Schmidt nearly threw it away, but another save at first from Jace Caldwell. Wow, he has saved a couple errors tonight over at the first base bag. And Isaac Arnold just keeps on racking up strikeouts. Now 2 away in the inning for Ethan Opp, who was out on a sac bunt in his first at-bat. Isaac Arnold now up to 7 punch-outs, a season high. Season high for innings as well, his best start of the year. Pitch low and away. Ethan Opp with the runner on second, top of the 5th, 3-1 Hardhats, and 2 away. Coming up on 9 o'clock. Pitch above the letters. Will be 2-0 to Opp as the wind starts to gust a little bit. Now Ryan Schmidt will head out to the mound for a High Plains Physical Therapy Associate mound visit. It's an abbreviated one, as right back behind the dish goes Schmidt, and here comes the 2-0. Cubs beat the Cardinals at Wrigley 3-1. Cole Hamels was brilliant, 8 scoreless innings in which he punched out 10 batters, scattered 3 hits and 1 walk. Picked up his 5th win. 2-0 from Arnold. Outside, it'll be 3-0 with first base unoccupied. It will be the top of the order up next. And he walked him on 4 pitches. Coach Clapperich coming out. He'll chat with his right-hander, presented by High Plains Physical Therapy Associates. Are you tired of your injuries controlling your daily performance? Learn how to take back your health at highplainspt.com. Again, 2 outs in the inning, so you would like to get Arnold through this.
Hey, you guys gotta participate in this. You're sitting out here, you gotta get going. Are we ready? One.
We're gonna have to wait, Mitch.
We'll wait.
Walk brings up the leadoff.
So after the mound visit, Isaac Arnold out of the stretch looks to get out of the fifth inning with 2 away, 2 runners on, tying run at first. Go-ahead run at the plate is Michael Moorhead. He's 0 for 2, going down on strikes, swinging both times. Loops this out to shallow right field over by the fence. A great effort from Jace Caldwell, but it's just out of the reach. Hope he's all right. As it looks like he is, as he'll trot back to the field of play. It'll be strike 1 to Moorhead. Some umbrellas popping as it looks like rain has returned. My partner beside me, Ricky, brings up a great point. If this out comes, and I'm sure the umpires are going to do everything they can to make this a complete game, it's a big out coming here in a 3-1 game with rain coming. And already 1 delay underneath our belts that lasted 45 minutes. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe they are going to send some people down toward the tarp just to be safe. Wind is picking up here as well. Hardhats just 1 out away from getting through 4.5. They try and get it via a pickoff, but back in safely at first is Ethan Up. One from Isaac Arnold. Got to dig down now and focus. He fires a pitch just a little bit up. 2-1. Again, the rain has returned to the Black Hills. At first, looking ahead towards the Veterans Classic at the beginning of the week, I thought, oh boy, we're in the clear. I remembered we live in the Black Hills. Pitch is outside, 3-1. Isaac Arnold doesn't want to load him. He's 1 ball away from doing so. That would put the go-ahead run on. A 3-1 from Arnold. Strike called, and the count is full. Again, Michael Moorhead has struck out twice. A few fans scattering back towards cover, as staying alive on a foul ball back is Moorhead. Astros and Orioles are in extras, tied at 3. That's back-to-back days and extra innings for the Astros. Full count pitch with 2 outs. Runners will turn loose, and a swing and a miss. Isaac Arnold, punch out number 8, and it's a huge one to get through 4.5 with the Hardhats leading 3-1 in rain coming down ever so slightly here at the Fitz. We step aside on HardhatsTV and Fox Sports Rapid City with the Hardhats leading at 3-1. We head to the home half of the 5th next.
At USI, we take over 150 years of knowledge and experience gleaned from the expertise of over 6,000 industry-leading experts, serving more than 150,000 clients nationwide, and we put you at the center of that world. We customize and deliver best-in-class property and casualty, employee benefits, personal risk, and retirement solutions to provide superior results. We call it the USI One Advantage.
3-1 our score. We're through 4.5 here on Fox Sports Rapid City and Hardhats TV in the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth. Strike called on the outside corner, Matthew Hegre, followed by Jace Caldwell and Branson Keel. Same spot. Hegre not too thrilled about it, but it's 0-2. Now a pitch low. It'll be a 1-2. Dodgers and Giants scoreless in San Fran. Nats and Padres, San Diego leading by 1 in the 4th. 1-2 fouled back to the screen. Angels leading the Mariners 1-0 in the 4th as well. Royals have taken the lead over the White Sox 5-4. That's late in the bottom of the 7th. It'll be a 1-2. Chin music's going to get all the way back to the screen. 2-2. Pirates and Brewers in the 7th. Milwaukee leading that contest 8-3. And the Athletics in the process of closing out the Rangers in the bottom of the 9th, 5-3. Hegre takes strike 3 looking. He's down for the first out here in the home half of the 5th.
First baseman, number 30, Jace Caldwell.
Brings up Jace Caldwell, is 0 for 2. 3 runs on 5 hits, no errors. For Billings, in the game prior to the rain delay and into this game as well, they had 5 errors. They've already got 3 in this one. Blanchard fires a breaking pitch in for a strike at the knees to Caldwell. (1-0) foul back, 0-2. And checking in on the NBA Finals Game 4. Boy, is Toronto going to win this thing? 82-70, they lead it. And getting late, 9 minutes left in the game. Jace Caldwell checks his swing and is plunked with the pitch, so he'll take first with 1 away. Looks like that rain wasn't too long lasting. Still some umbrellas popped here at the Fitz, but others braving the slight drizzle as well. Brings up Branson Keel with 1 on and 1 away. Dan Blanchard still out there, and his first pitch is way outside to Keel. 1-0. (1-0) is in there, catching the inside edge. 1-1 to Branson Keel, who is 0 for 2. One's going to scoot away. Caldwell the second on the wild pitch. And now he's looking for 3, and the throw is in time. The out is made. Caldwell grabs second, 1 and 3rd, and he's thrown out 2-5 for the second out of the inning. And it's now 2-1 to Keel after the wild pitch. Whoa. And it's 2-2 after another generous strike. Two. Swing and a miss, Dan Blanchard. He's done his job. Billings, their bats have been silent, minus the 1 run on 1 hit. Hardhats lead it 3-1, and we head into the 6th inning next on Fox Sports Rapid City and Hardhats TV. Rain still trickling down here at Dave Blue Field in the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth. I'm Dylan Corbett, and we're into the 6th inning with Isaac Arnold twirling a gem. Tried to tie up Connor Hunter. He could not. It's 2-0 again, so now it makes 2 straight starts for Isaac Arnold, where he seems to have figured out the stuff, but you don't want him to get overextended as he loses control to the first batter here, 3-0 to Hunter. And the rain does still come down here. There's a strike. A little splash here there in the press box as well, as it looks like it's intensifying. But again, it's not the big droplets, it's the mist. And battling back for another strike. It's now 3-2 to Hunter. Yeah, he definitely rung him up on strike 2, and now sprinting to first with a walk is Hunter. He battled back from down 3-0 and then lost him on the 3-2. And again, the bullpen is stirring for the Hardhats. I think. I actually don't have a great vantage point. It'll be Jaden Jordahl, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of punch-outs. Boy, the Raptors can't miss right now. They lead by 16. Showing bunt, pulled it back, but still got a piece. It rolls down the first baseline. Schmidt picks it up and fires him out at first, so it's going to work as a 2-3 sacrifice. Pushes Hunter to first, but again, with it getting late, they're not too concerned about that run as they lead it 3-1 in the top of the 6th, and now 1 away for Brennan Concepcion, who's 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk. First base open. Kawhi Leonard has 34 points, and he's not even healthy. So Brennan Concepcion with an RBI opportunity. It comes off the mitt for Schmidt. Throw down to third. It's into the outfield. 3-2. All of a sudden, this lead becomes a bit more precarious as a wild pitch followed by a throwing error is going to make this a 1-run game. Should be, I believe it's 2-0 to Concepcion. With 1 away, base is now clear after running around for a run. 3-2 our score. And Arnold can't seem to find the zone. A 58-foot fastball plummeting into the dirt is going to prompt Ryan Schmidt to come out for a conference presented by High Plains Physical Therapy Associates. Rain still coming down, softening the infield dirt. Again, they're hoping to get this game in. We're already delayed 42 minutes. I keep switching the time. It was between 40 to 50. And now to 3-0. There's a strike, 3-1. (3-1) with 1 out. Billings dugout getting loud. Pitch bouncing in, and I wonder if Arnold's about out of gas. So now the tying run at first. Another mound visit coming. And will a change occur? For now, it looks like just a conference. Let's take a look at the pitch count for Isaac Arnold. He's now at 93 pitches, and that's where you might start to wonder. He's given up 2 runs, none of which have been earned. 5 walks, and nope, it's going to be a change. So Isaac Arnold, his best start of the season, he's going to leave with the tying run on base, a 3-2 Hardhats lead, and the new pitcher on the mound. And we'll tell you all about him next, as it looks like Tad Sherbinski is going to be trotting in, and he'll get some work here in the top of the 6th, trying to hold on to this 3-2 lead that the Hardhats currently hold with 1 out in the top of the 6th. We pause here on Fox Sports Rapid City and Hardhats TV. Coming in with an ERA at 1.53. 1-0. He's got a save and 1 opportunity as well. 18 1/3 innings pitched, as this will be his 8th appearance. And coming in also to a little bit of maintenance on the mound as the rain continues to fall. Just a light drizzle, but it is causing some issues on that mound, especially with the plant foot coming down. So Sherbinski will get some extra reps out on the mound to make sure he's fully comfortable before we resume. Tying runs on base over at first. It is Brennan Concepcion after a walk with 1 out. It was a walk to Hunter to lead off the game. He moved to second on a sac bunt, over to third on a wild pitch, and then came on home after the throw was sailed into left. Sherbinski appears ready after one final warm-up toss, and standing in will be Cole Miller. Miller 1 for 2. He's the go-ahead run.
Catcher number 7, Cole Miller.
So rain continuing to fall. Hardhats trying to close it out. Sherbinski with death glare over at first. Billings crowd getting loud, or crowd rather, I meant dugout. Pitch fouled back, and I wonder if, the Hardhats back in Billings, they started getting loud in their dugout, getting the troops fired up. I wonder if the Royals remember that and are trying to implement the same thing here, as they are awfully rambunctious for being down a run. And for having 1 hit. But give them credit. Sherbinski another stare over at first, and the 0-1 pitch. A wave and a miss completely fooled him. 0-2. Sherbinski with another glare over to the bag before his 0-2. Check swing, he laid off, 1-2. One and two to Cole Miller. Sherbinski taking his time. Here's 1-2. Spoiled.
And we bring that foul ball back to the ticket booth for $1.
So we'll do it again, 1-2 with 1 away. That'll be 1-2 once more. Sherbinski, the tying run on first, a 3-2 Hardhats lead, and a pitch out of the zone, throw down to first, no. 2-2. Throw over to first. And we've reached a slow point in this one. A battle at the plate, 2-2 with 1 out, the tying run at first. And might have just got a piece at the plate. We'll do it again, 2-2. So a long at bat here generated by Cole Miller. And Sherbinski keeps an eye on the runner at first. Pitch home, and we'll do it at least one more time. Another foul ball. Raptors lead the Warriors 93-81, under 6 to play. That's in game 4 at Oracle Arena. Sherbinski with another 2-2, and he's in a staring contest with the runner on first. Chopper to short. They go the short way to second for 1, on to first, not in time. So it'll be a 6-4 fielder's choice to Nab Concepcion.
Got the leadoff runner for the second out of the inning.
So Miller reaches on the fielder's choice, and it'll be up to Noah Oftengarden, who has fanned twice. Actually, he's swung and missed once and then went down looking for the other. Two away, that tying run now is Bergen, who courtesy runs once more and has some speed. Ball 1. Bergen scored the only run of the game. I mentioned Miller before, but it was Bergen courtesy running for Miller at the time, as is the case now. Wave and a miss, 1-1, tied him up, an inside fastball. Sherbinski's still trying to get out this top of the 6th inning. Throw to first. Two runs on 1 hit. Sherbinski with a glare to first, now an inch of an extra lead for Bergen. The pitch to the plate's a curveball, a throw down to first. I mean, you're just begging for an error at this point. It's going to be 2 balls and a strike. And a lot of emphasis being put on the runner at first, the tying run. But there's 2 away in the inning. Now the runner takes off. Not a great jump. A throw down the second is right on the money. The tag is put down. Ryan Schmidt, after a chess match between the runner and Tad Sherbinski, it's Ryan Schmidt who gums him down. And that'll end the inning. How about that for a gun of an arm? Ryan Schmidt gets his man, and that will end the inning. Oftengarden will be stranded at the plate. So we head to the home half of the 6th, now a 3-2 lead as the Hardhats go for some insurance next on Hardhats TV and Fox Sports Rapid City. 6-7-8 due up with Jake Goebel leading off in the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth. Dan Blanchard out for another inning and draws a swing and a miss for strike one. Goebel scored a run in the fourth.
Bottom of the sixth, 29 DH, Jake Goebel.
Another wave and a miss. Been a good pitcher's duel in this one, as was the case in game one between these two back in Billings. So it'll be Often Garden, Hinckley, and Miller due up as Goebel goes down swinging for out number one. Second time he's down on strikes.
Number 14, your left.
Brings in Bridger Nesbitt, who's 0 for 2. A 3-2 hard hat lead. See if they can get some insurance. If not, it'll be up to those three in the order. Ducking out of the way of ball one, Often Garden, Hinckley, and Miller, 6-7-8. And I bet they're going to face Tad Stravinsky. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Or 1-1, I beg your pardon. Dan Blanchard has been pretty solid. It's been the two errors that have really undone the Billings Royals so far. A cue shot to first, a one-hopper is gloved by Miller. He'll take it to the bag himself. 3 unassisted for out number 2. Ryan Schmidt got a blue base hit in his previous at-bat. Let's see if that could jumpstart his bat once more. Again, had a hot start to the season, logging double after double, and then has recently been on the schneid at the plate. Certainly has not been with the glove as he nabbed down a runner trying to swipe second to end the inning, a big tying run that he extinguished. Now just trying to get his bat back up to prime as he takes ball one. Slaps one foul, and the count's even at 1. About an hour 40 of game time so far. Outside corner, strike 2. We were delayed 50 minutes due to rain. Had some rain in between innings here as well during the contest, but that has since subsided. And we're looking to finish this out. 1-2. Billings wanted that to be strike 3. It was not called as such, and counts even at 2. Under 4 minutes in game 4 of the finals. Toronto 95 as Ryan Schmidt blasts one out towards the scoreboard, and it's down for a one-hopper against the wall. Maybe that blue single did get his back going because his very next at-bat, he punishes one out to left center for a 2-out double and shows off the muscles at second.
Number 13, right fielder, Drew Messer.
Drew Messer now. With the insurance run out at second, we're going to have a courtesy runner. Daniel Vigorin will stretch out the legs at second. And Drew Messer with a 2-for-2 day. Single out to right, and then a drag bunt base hit. Two-out double, and a turn and a look at nobody covering second. Now it's the hard hat bench starting to get loud as a strike is called on Messer. Base hit would likely give them a 2-run lead. Again, being maybe a little over preoccupied with a runner on second in Vigorin. You wouldn't even want to risk a steal for third here with 2 outs. And now time is called. Just a circus going on here in the bottom of the 6th. Looks like we're finally set for the 0-1 from Blanchard. Pitch home. Launched out to center. Giving chase and camping out under it to make the catch is Moorhead and that will end the inning. Nothing made of a 2-out double by Ryan Schmidt. 3-2, final 3 outs coming up next here on Fox Sports Rapid City and Hardhats TV. Tad Sherbinski tries to shut down the door and keep the Hardhats hot. Hardhats lead at 3-2 in the top of the 7th. 9:30 on this Friday evening. And Tad Sherbinski looking to shut down the door. 6-7-8 due up for the Billings Royals, who with a loss will drop back to 500 at 8-8 and 0-3 against this Hardhats team. We still got one more game with them tomorrow scheduled at 4. A doubleheader tomorrow beginning at 4 with the Royals, and then Bozeman right around 7. First pitch ball to Often Garden, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. A wave and a miss, 1-1. Again, first responder night tomorrow. Come early and see a real fire truck and real police car. That amongst other fun things going on tomorrow night. Ground ball up the middle. Messenger has it. A quick transfer and a low throw is caught by Jace Caldwell. 6-3 for out number 1. Chase Hinckley. He's been a bit of a thorn. A walk, a hit by a pitch. He tried swiping second before Isaac Arnold had even gotten into his motion. Got caught in a rundown that subsequently allowed a run to score from third. That was the first run back in the second as the pitch is fouled back. They since grabbed another one in the previous inning, top of the 6th. 0-1 to Hinckley. 2 minutes remain in the finals, and it's Toronto 101, Golden State 89. Change up, called strike. 0-2. I think the Warriors are toast tonight. Where's KD? It'll be an 0-2 home. Low and inside. We 1-2 to Hinckley. Check this swing again on the pitch down, and it'll be 2-2. Pitch foul at the plate. We'll do it again. Warriors fans starting to leave. Is that the final game at Oracle Arena? Yikes. 2-2 pitch. Goes inside for the third straight pitch, and it's a third straight ball, 3-2.
Come on, make some noise for these guys.
Payoff pitch.
Full count pitch, 1 away. Tying run aboard. It was 0-2, and he lost him.
Walk brings up first baseman, number 20, Brendan Miller. Pinch hitter, number 2, Nick Eliason.
Nick Eliason will be the pinch hitter, and he's a lefty. Pitch foul back. Jumps ahead 0-1. So Eliason's first at bat, and he's the go-ahead run. Tying run at first. One away. Sherbinski trying to lock down the 12th win of the season for the Hardhats. It'd be their 5th straight. I imagine we're going to see a lot of looking over at first. Comes home with it. It's a ground ball to the right side. Bachman, a nice play to slide over and grab it. Only plays at first, and he makes it. What a play, 4-3. Great range at so many different infield positions for Ryan Bachman. And it's up to Ethan Opp. Single might tie the game, and out would end it. And we'll have a conference before the first pitch to Ethan Opp. Mound visit presented by High Plains Physical Therapy Associates. Are you tired of your injuries controlling your daily performance? Learn how to take back your health at highplainspt.com. Quick conference, Sherbinski looking to get the final out. Again, just one hit for Billings tonight. And they've managed to keep this entertaining throughout. They trail 3-2. Final out now for the Royals. Ball one. Sherbinski out of the stretch. Called strike on a pitch that ran a bit inside. It's getting late, right? 1-1. Fouled off the foot. It'll be 1-2. Final strike for the Hardhats to go 3-0 against the Royals with another game pending tomorrow. Hardhats looking for their 5th straight. Sherbinski, a 1-2 pitch with 2 outs, tying run out at second. Warriors are just about done, trailing by 13 with 45 seconds left. Hardhats just about done trying to win this game as well. The 1-2 is to the plate. Swing and a miss. Tad Sherbinski gets him, and the Hardhats win their 5th in a row and are now 12-6 on the season. A day late, but they kick off the Veterans Classic with a win for the Hardhats, 5 in a row as they win it 3-2, and they've got the Billings Royals number this season. We'll wrap it all up next on the postgame show. That's coming up next here on Fox Sports Rapid City and Hardhats TV. put a bow on it, 3-2. The Hardhats will take their first action of the Veterans Classic presented by Mystique Edge Salon and Spa. And a thrilling pitchers duel, 3-2. The Hardhats win it. They've now got 5 in a row, and the hot streak continues for this team now, boosting their record to 12-6 with 2 more games tomorrow, 2 more games on Sunday, and a hot long stretch in June with plenty of games as well, a lot of travel mixed in. Let's get to it. The High Plains Physical Therapy Associates post-game show. Are you tired of your injuries controlling your daily performance? Learn how to take back your health at highplainspt.com. Let's run through the box scores now. The Billings Royals have lost to the Hardhats 3 times. They've got 1 more game tomorrow at 4, first responder night. That first game at 4, and then taking on Bozeman right after. Running through the box score for the Royals, they had 1 hit. That's right, and it came off the bat of Cole Miller, who was 1 for 3. Dan Blanchard, 3 runs, only 1 of which was earned, 7 hits, no walks. He punched out 9. Dan Blanchard, another nice effort on the mound, except he gets tagged with the loss, as was the case in the first meeting between these two this season. Mason Messenger, 2 for 3, a run scored, an RBI, extends his hit streak to 8 games. Ryan Bachman, 1 for 3, a run scored, an RBI double. Matthew Haggerty, Jace Caldwell, and Branson Keel combined to go 0 for 8. Jake Goebel was 0 for 3 with a run scored. He did have the hat trick, punching out 3 times. Bridger Nesbitt 0 for with a strikeout. Ryan Schmidt could be a good sign here. A nice game, 2 for 3 at the bottom of the order. He had a booming double as well in the final inning. Drew Messer 2 for 3, including a bunt base hit, and the double for Bachman and Schmidt, the only 2 extra base hits for the Hardhats, squeaking out a 3-2 win. Isaac Arnold keeps on getting better and better. 5 1/3, that's a season high. He gave up 2 runs, only 1 of which was earned on 1 hit, 5 walks, which is still a little bit of an issue. Punched out 9 batters, a clear season high as well. Tad Sherbinsky came on, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. He threw 28 pitches over an inning and 2/3. Isaac Arnold secures the victory. 3-2, let's stay right there for our player of the game. Sponsored by Claiborne Lowson Sabres. Whether it is divorce, DUI, injury, or a business dispute, when you need someone to step up for you and your team, contact the law office of Claiborne Lowson Sabres at 605-721-1517. It's got to be Isaac Arnold, right? Too many season highs to ignore him with innings pitched for a start and strikeouts. He whizzed past his previous season high with 9 punch-outs in this one en route to the victory. Tonight's player of the game, Isaac Arnold, brought to you by Claiborne, Los, and Sabres. So that'll do it for this one. Hardhats 3, the Billings Royals 2. Hardhats now 12-6. They'll play this Royals team tomorrow at 4 as part of a doubleheader for first responders night. There will be a real police car, real fire truck here on hand, as well as firefighters and police officers from our Rapid City community to further explain their jobs and duties as well. So that's coming up tomorrow. 2 games for first responder night, 2 games on Sunday as well. Instead of 1 night game, it'll be a noon start for a doubleheader with 2 games Saturday starting at 4 and then Sunday starting at noon. Hardhats 3, Billings 2, their 3rd win over the Royals this season. We'll play one more time tomorrow at 4. For Matt Kearney, our producer and engineer back in the Fox Sports Rapid City studios, and to my right, Ricky Larson, our producer and engineer for Hardhats TV. I'm Dylan Corbett. Have a great rest of your Friday night. We'll talk to you tomorrow here from the Veterans Classic presented by Mystique Edge Spa and Salon. For Matt, for Ricky, I'm Dylan. Have a great rest of your Friday. The Hardhats 3, the Billings Royals 2 on Fox Sports Rapid City and Hardhats TV.